Nice. So you go back home on Sunday. And all right, that's awesome. Okay. And so David, do you have any like potential plans? Anything that you might want to do? Like any soccer games that you want to watch or
Yeah.
no?
Well, actually, well, I think you read my mind because today in the evening, 2 or 3 hours, Colombia plays against El Salvador. It's a friendly match, but it's for the we are preparing for the American Soccer Cup that is going to be in Chile in
Nice.
the next year, 2015.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a good match.
Yeah,
Cool.
well,
That'll be
yeah,
nice to see. And Philip, welcome to class. Philip, how are you doing?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Philip, where are you from?
Indiana, Indianapolis.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so are you coming here thinking it's a Spanish class?
Yes.
Disculpa, tengo que, bueno, la verdad es que es un clase de inglés. So it's actually an English class.
Ah,
So you might have clicked the wrong link, unfortunately.
okay. All right.
But good.
I'll try to re-sign in.
Okay,
Thanks.
good luck. Bye. Um,
that was
okay.
funny.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna say
yeah,
it.
that's odd. It's actually I've given I think two Spanish classes. Don't do it anymore. But when if I only had one student, I've actually given a Spanish class just because like, oh yeah, well let's talk in Spanish. Um, but it's interesting. Okay, and so what about you, Joao? Is there anything you want to do at the beach, or are you just gonna kind of relax and see what there is to see?
Mm, I will go to the beach with my grandfather and grandmother.
Oh wow,
Yes, they are very old. My grandfather have no are old. My grandfather is
yeah.
99 years old.
Your grandfather's 99 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Cool.
And I
And
will
so,
help my mother with with him.
okay, nice. Yeah, that'll be good. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's go on and go to today's lesson, um, 99. And so, Joao, can you read the title in the next couple of lines?
Going grocery shopping. Today we will talk about going to the grocery store, learn food idioms, practice common grocery stores interactions.
Nice. That sounded good. Maybe grocery. So instead of saying,
Grocery.
yeah, grocery.
What's the meaning of grocery?
So it's like food shopping. So the
Okay.
grocery store is like the food store. Um,
But
groceries, food items that you buy. Does that make sense?
yes, but it's different of a supermarket.
It's pretty much the same thing as a supermarket. So
Oh
the
yeah.
grocery store is the same as the supermarket. It might be a little bit smaller,
Okay.
bigger, but yeah, they're really often used interchangeably. But good. Okay, and yeah, let's go on to the next page then. Joel, can you ask David the first question?
How often do you go grocery shopping?
Okay, well, I think I go to the grocery shop in at least 2 or 3 times a week because my mom sometimes need certain depends food for making the lunch.
Okay, so my mom sometimes needs certain food
Needs certain food
to make something.
to make the lunch.
The lunch, we would say just lunch.
Make lunch. Okay. Lunch.
Yeah. And David, it's a little bit difficult to hear you. Is there any way that you could raise the volume on your microphone?
Maybe I am going to rejoin. Okay.
Okay, actually, that sounded good. I'm not sure why it was better that time. But
But anyway, I'm going to rejoin.
okay, perfect.
Okay.
Aldona, welcome to class. Aldona, how are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. I hope you too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, and Aldona, can you ask Joao the next question?
Joao, do you make a grocery list or do you pick out what you want at the store?
I make a grocery list in my mind.
Mm.
Okay. Do you ever forget things?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Good. So make a grocery list in my mind. I think that's more or less what I try to do. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I usually end up spending a lot of time in the store because I remember things when I'm there. But Najibe, welcome to class. Najibe, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's nice to see you again, Najibe. It's been a little while.
Yes, nice to see you too.
Yeah, thank you. And okay, good. And I think that's good. And Najibe, can you ask the second question? And Aldona, can you answer it? Oh, sorry. Hold on one second. Aldona, can you repeat grocery?
Grocery?
Yeah, so it looks like grocery.
Grocery.
Perfect. Nice.
Grocery. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and so Najibe, can you ask the question?
Do you make?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do you make a grocery list, or do you pick out what do you want at the store?
Dish, I usually make a list, and if I'm just buying for making full my fridge, I buy grocery stuff without a list.
Okay, so if I'm buying to fill my fridge, I buy groceries without a list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. That sounded good. Okay. And what about you, Najibe? What do you do?
Sometimes I make a list, and sometimes I pick out that I think in the store.
Okay, maybe what I want. I pick out what I want in the store. Good. Okay, that's perfect. Really nice job. Okay, and Aldona, can you ask Najibe the last question?
Yes, Najibe, what items are always on your grocery list?
I usually in my grocery no I usually no usually in my grocery list there are clean articles, um, um, and rice and fruits and vegetables and some of meat and what else? And no more. Usually, usually is this.
Nice. Okay. That's awesome. Can you read those sentences one more time, Najibe?
I usually have cleaning supplies on my grocery list. Also, I have rice, fruits, vegetables, and some meat.
Nice. Okay, supplies. Supplies.
Okay, supplies.
And vegetables.
Vegetables.
Good. Vegetables. Vegetables is a difficult word to say, but nice. Okay, does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's go to the next page. And let's have Joao. Can you read the title and the first 4 words?
Vocabulary. Shopping cart. Produce. Deli. Condiments.
Nice. Good pronunciation of condiments and deli and shopping cart and vocabulary. The only small thing I saw was produce.
Produce.
Yeah. So we'd call it produce.
Okay, produce.
Yeah, produce. And Aldona, can you read the next 5 words?
Deli. Oh, where do checked out. Oh, thank you. Canned food, snacks, dairy, brand name items.
Nice. And canned foods.
Canned food.
Nice. Canned foods. That sounded good, though. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Any questions here?
Yes, Joshua. What is deli?
Okay.
Deli,
Does anybody...
checkout, dairy,
Delicatessen.
brand name. Oh, okay. Deli, checkout, and dairy.
Okay, good. So deli. I heard delicatessen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a delicatessen. What's a delicatessen? I don't even know how to spell it.
Just food. What kind of food? Bread, ham,
Okay,
semi-sweets.
so this has meat and cheese, like ham and like other lunch meats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like usually ham and other lunch meats and cheese
Mm-hmm.
that you can order by the pound. Does that make sense, Najibe?
Excuse me?
Does that make sense for a deli? It's like a delicatessen. It's a place where you can get meat for sandwiches,
Yes.
like ham and other lunch meats, and cheese. So you get it
Okay.
by the pound at the deli.
Okay.
Okay. What's the checkout? Who can explain what the checkout is?
Maybe when you pay
Yeah.
the products.
So where you go when you pay for the products. Good. I think that's exactly it.
Joshua, a question.
Yeah.
For example, you can say when you are trying to explain what is checkout, you can say that is a kind of row for making the payment.
Yeah. Where people line up to pay for their goods.
But say row is wrong.
Oh, saying a row, it's not wrong. It's not common. It'd be a little bit strange. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's not usual. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions here?
Mm,
And dairy?
yeah,
Dairy.
dairy.
Okay. Who can explain what dairy is? What's dairy?
Or products out of milk?
Yeah,
Nice.
products made from milk.
Yes.
Yeah, so like cow products are dairy. Or I guess goat products, but any product made from milk, that's probably a better description. Good. Any other questions here? Any other questions on this page?
No more.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, so we've got 4 people, so let's do this page. Oh, maybe not. Let's try to... Can everybody choose a word, and can you write a sentence in the chat box using that word?
Okay,
Okay.
Okay, nice, Najive. And let's get that in the...
I want to make a sandwich.
Okay, to make a sandwich. Awesome, Aldona. And Najive. So let's start with Najive. Najive, can you read your sentence?
I go to daily when I want to make a sandwich.
Good.
Okay.
We're missing an article.
Yeah.
What article are we missing?
I go to the daily.
Yeah, I go to the deli
Okay.
when I want to make a sandwich. Aldona, can you read your sentence?
Yeah, unless or I'm addicted to snacks.
Okay, Aldona, I couldn't quite hear you. Can you read that one more time?
Okay, Nescafe or Cadbury are the brand name items, and I'm addicted to snacks.
Good. So that's really nice. The first sentence, we need to change or. What word would we use instead of or?
And
Yes, and. The brand named items. Good. Okay. So you could say Nescafe or Cadbury are brand named items. But it sounds better to say Nescafe and Cadbury are brand named items, are the brand named items. Yeah, in this case, it's almost always going to be and, because they're both brand named items. So, yeah. And, oh. And also, I think it's Joao. Can you read your sentence?
Yes. When I go to the supermarket, I usually play with the shopping cart.
Nice. Okay, good. I think that's something that's common in a lot of people. Okay, good. I wouldn't change anything there. I usually play with the shopping cart. Good.
Nice.
David, can you read your sentence?
Okay, Joshua. In the morning, I went to the grocery store, but I spent so much time because the checkout was too delayed.
This is good.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm not sure about the last part. If you get it.
I think I would say I would want to change to and so. I spent too much time because the checkout was so delayed.
But did you get it? It's
Yeah,
makes sense for you?
yeah, that definitely makes sense. I think it's a really good sentence. It's just, but I spent so much time because the checkout was too delayed. I'd reverse it, and other than that, I think it's really good. In the morning, I went to the grocery store.
Why did you do that, Joshua? Could you explain?
I spent so much time.
Well,
It's it works the other way. It just doesn't sound quite right. I wish I could explain it a little bit better.
just for Sandy.
Yeah, just to make it sound better. Usually we spend too much time in places. You could also say, but I spent a lot of time there because the checkout was too delayed. Was so delayed. Yeah, I just think it makes more sense. Just the meaning of to and so. I wish I could explain it more, David. I'm sorry. I'm kind of at a loss for words on this one.
Okay, no.
But yeah, I think that sounds good. That's a really good sentence. Does anybody have any questions before we move on? Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
What is the brand name items?
Good. And so let's have. David, can you explain what brand named items are?
Brand names, items. Like, well, for example, names of important brands like Samsung or kind of that.
Yeah, they're names of like famous brands. So if you're buying things in the grocery store, instead of getting Kraft macaroni and cheese, you can just get regular macaroni and cheese that doesn't have a big brand name on the box, and it's usually a lot cheaper. So remember that brand named items are often more expensive than other items. Does that make sense, JB?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good. And so let's go on to the next page. And I think this is good. We can come back to that. Let's do this. And let's start with Aldona. Can you read the title?
Mhm. Yes, practice. Practice asking and answering these common questions.
Good. And Aldona, can you ask David the first question?
Yes, David, can you tell me where the product section is?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So the product section is in the bottom of the grocery store, and you can see because it's pretty big, pretty large. Sorry.
Nice. Is pretty big. You could say it's pretty large too. It's
Yeah.
pretty large, it's pretty big, both work.
Okay.
The bottom of the grocery store. We'd use a different, huh?
At the end? Or
At the end of the grocery store, at the back of the grocery
Either.
store, and I think either of those would work. That's good.
Okay.
We'd probably use end if the grocery store was shaped kind of really long,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like that, and then this area would be the end. But if it's just a square, we probably would say the back because it's the furthest section from the entrance. But yeah, if it is a rectangle, it would be the end. Good. And David, can you ask Joao the next question?
Yeah, sure. Can you do a price check for me?
I didn't understand.
Okay, can you do a price check for me? So, can anybody explain what a price check is?
check the price? How much is it?
Is a question for someone who works in the supermarket?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I can check for you.
Okay, good. Yes, I can check for you. Okay, that works.
It's $10. $10.
$7. Good, that works. $7. Um, nice. Okay, and Joao, can you ask Najiri the next question?
Do you have um, prepackaged candy?
Yeah. I don't know what is pre prepack prepackaged
Package candy.
prepackaged.
Yeah,
How was it?
prepackaged.
Ah,
Prepackaged.
prepackaged.
Package.
Prepackaged.
Yeah, prepackaged. And what's prepackaged candy? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I don't know. What is?
Okay.
No, I know what's a candy, but
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
it's just
without
candy.
candy without candies that is already wrapped up that you don't put in the bag by yourself.
So yeah, it's just candy that's already wrapped up for you. So it's candy that comes in packages. So something that's prepackaged is something that already comes in a container. So deli meat, cheese, and candy is often something you weigh out in bags and choose how much you want. It's not prepackaged. So sometimes candy is prepackaged and sometimes it's not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you have to put it in your own bag, it's not prepackaged. But if it already comes in a bag, it is prepackaged. Does that make sense, Najibi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I have.
We do. Can you tell them where to find it?
Excuse me.
Yeah, and so if you say yes, we do,
Yes. Ah,
you'd
okay.
probably
Yes. Yes, we do.
you'd want to maybe direct the customer towards the prepackaged candy. So where would you say it is? Where can he find it?
Okay. Yes, we do. And in the stand. Uh, in the stand of right.
Could you repeat that, Najibi?
It's in the stand on the left.
Okay. It's maybe um in the aisle on the left, or it's on the shelf on the left.
Okay.
So in the aisle on the left or on the shelf on the left. But good. Okay. Najibi, can you ask
I have a question. May I?
yes. Yes.
What would be the opposite to the prepackaged candy?
Do you have unpackaged candy? Unpackaged
Or
or
unpackaged?
candy by the kilo, by the pound, or kilo, depending on if you're in U.S. or Canada or Great Britain. Candy by the pound. Yeah, or you could even say like loose candy. I don't think there's a specific term that we'd use to reference something like that. But does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Najibi, can you ask Aldona the next question?
Sure. Aldona, do you have more soda in the back?
Wait, let me check it. I think yes, we have some left soda in the.
Okay. I think yes, we have some left. Maybe ask what kind the customer wants.
What kind of soda are you looking for, lady?
Lady. Okay, and so one small thing. It's more polite to say ma'am. It's more polite
Oh, ma'am.
to say ma'am, or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, it's like, it's a really, I don't even know why it's so rude, but if you just say, hey lady, it sounds like you're from a long time ago, or if it sounds like you're trying to be intentionally rude.
Oh.
And I really don't know why. It's just something that people don't say. So miss or ma'am, but lady would be kind of rude. But yeah, that's a great
Okay.
answer. Okay, and Aldona, can you ask David the next question?
David, is this on sale?
Yeah, actually, we're on sale. It has 20% of discount.
Hmm.
We could say actually it's 20% off. It's you could say it's got a discount of 20%. 20%, 20% off, got a discount. Using discount, you could say discount instead of percent. So it's a discount of it's at a discount of 20%. There are a couple of different ways you could say it, but it's 20% off. I think sounds the best to me.
20% off.
But good, nice answer. David, can you ask Joao the next question?
Do you sell alcohol?
And Joao, do you sell alcohol? Okay, Najibi, can you answer?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, sorry.
Don't
Yes, but how old are you?
Nice. I need to see your ID.
Yes,
Good.
I need to see your ID.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
Okay. Really nicely done. Oh, that was shocking. Good. And let's have Najibi. Can you read the title and the directions?
Food items. Read these food items. I guess what they mean. Next, try to use they in sentence.
Idioms.
Idioms.
And sentences.
Idioms and sentences.
Good. Them.
Then,
Good. Okay. And let's have Aldona. Can you read
Yes.
Can you read these idioms?
Yes. Bring home the bacon. Bad egg. Not my cup of tea. In a nutshell. Piece of cake. Spill the beans. Cheesy.
Nice. Great pronunciation. Okay, let's look at the first one. And Aldona, what do you think it means? What do you think bring home the bacon means?
Well, I suppose it's not a literal meaning. Just go and bring bacon from the shop.
You know.
I don't know.
Okay, can you make a guess? It doesn't have to be right. You could say anything. Just say something.
I'm hungry. Can you bring home the bacon?
You bring home the bacon. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, David, what about you? What do you think bring home the bacon means?
Okay, Joshua. So, bring home the bacon is like bring. Okay, or is the person who is the responsible for the money in the home? Well, he has the responsibility to pay the bills.
Yeah, who is responsible for paying the bills? Good. Nice job, yeah. So the person who brings home the bacon is the person who is responsible for paying the bills, for earning money. But good. So the person who brings home the bacon is the person who's, yeah, and that's better. Good. Okay. And let's have Joao. What about the next one?
Bad egg.
What do you think it means?
It's something bad, or how can I say? You can't eat because it's I don't know the word, but it's something bad.
Okay. So it's something bad, maybe. You definitely can't eat a bad egg. That would be probably pretty wrong. Najivi, what do you think it is?
But it,
Yeah.
I I don't know what is it, but I think that can it um, some food in bad state. Hello.
Okay, so it could be something in a bad state, for sure. Um, yeah. Not quite. Donna, what do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Okay. David, do you know? What's a
Yeah,
bad egg?
yeah, usually, actually, this is a tricky one. No? Bad egg is a person who is always getting troubles. Maybe a person who is fighting or arguing many times.
Okay, yeah, a person who's always getting in trouble.
Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly. So that's a bad egg. A person who's always getting in trouble, somebody who's maybe always doing the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that is a troublemaker.
Yeah, a
And that
troublemaker,
is a synonym, right?
for sure.
Troublemaker, right?
It's
Okay.
it's similar to black sheep.
Black sheep is a little bit more innocuous. It's not quite as bad. So black
Uh,
sheep is maybe just somebody who's different. Sometimes they can
okay.
cause problems, but most of the time a black sheep is just somebody who's a little bit different from the rest of the family. It can be a lot of times they can cause problems in the family because they're different, but it's not quite being a bad egg. Being a bad egg is like it's a little bit more serious than being a black sheep, um, to some extent. Similar. They're very similar though.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And so what about the next one, Aldona? Not my cup of tea.
It's not my problem.
Okay, that could be an interesting solution. It's not my problem. Okay. What about you, Joao? What do you think?
Mm, yes, I agree with Aldona.
Okay. Najivi, what about you? What do you think?
Cup of tea?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any idea.
Okay, David, what do you think?
Well, for example, you can say answering these idioms is not my cup of tea. Like, it's not my preference. It's not something that I like to, that I enjoy.
Yeah, it's not something that I like to do. So exactly, that would be a good example. Answering these idioms is not my cup of tea. It's not something that I like to do. Um, good. And so what about the next one, Aldona? In a nutshell. Actually, anybody. Does anybody know what in a nutshell might mean?
Yeah, is when, well, it's very common to see in a nutshell in the beginning of a paper. For example, it says in a nutshell is a kind of summarize the, yeah, kind of summarize of the, well, about the paper, about something.
Yeah. So it's a kind of summary. So maybe if we don't have very much time, I can say, in a nutshell, this means that I'm unhappy or something like that. So just in short, in brief. Um, yeah, that's exactly what it is. In a nutshell, you can say at the beginning of something, and it just means in brief, in summary. And what about a piece of cake? Joao, what do you think a piece of cake is?
Piece of cake. Mm, it's a part of a thing. It's not all.
Okay, a part of a thing, not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's a little bit different. Najibi, do you know what a piece of cake is?
Is easy?
Yeah, it's easy.
Mm,
It's easy. So if something's a piece of cake, it's easy. Um, what about spill the beans? Does anybody know what spill the beans is?
Yes, is tell a secret.
Tell a secret. Yeah, so if you spill the beans to somebody, you tell them a secret. Yeah, exactly. What about cheesy? Does anybody know cheesy?
It's bad.
Not quite bad.
Boring.
Oh, I think that
Um,
It can be bad and boring, but it's not really. That's not the meaning.
like very romantic. Huh?
Not romantic. That'd be more like sappy. Sappy is kind of like a romantic cheesy,
Oh,
um, which is kind of funny that we have a word that describes that. Um, yeah, so cheesy is just silly, goofy, not very serious. So if you have a cheesy movie, it's a movie that doesn't take itself very seriously. It maybe it's trying to be funny, but it's not trying very hard. It's just doing goofy things. So like Dumb and Dumber. Dumber is a cheesy movie, I think. I think it's a cheesy movie. So yeah, it's just a funny movie in a really not serious way. Um, but good. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here?
no, Joshua. It's a piece of cake.
Nice for you, maybe, David.
I am like, yeah, because I have been in this class so many times.
Yeah, yep. Okay, good. Let's go to the next page then, and let's start with Joao. Can you read the title and the first sentence?
complete the sentence. Do you want to hear mm, cheesy joke?
Yeah. Do you want to hear a cheesy joke? Good. Najibi, what about the next one? Najibi.
Hello, I have a
Hi.
problem with my microphone. Can
That's
you
okay.
repeat me, please, Joshua?
Yeah. Remember, we'd never say, "Can you repeat me?" Can you repeat the question?
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
And you could say "for me" if you wanted.
Okay, can you repeat the question for me?
Yeah. And so, can you just try the second sentence? Can you try this one?
Uh, oh, me a few seconds. Uh, oh, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I guess Aldona, what do you think?
Yes, I think Mary brings home the bacon and tots
I think I lost you, Aldona. Are you still there?
the kids.
Yeah. Okay. So Mary brings home the bacon and Todd stays home and takes care of the kids. Good. What about the next one, Najibi? Can you try this next one?
Yeah.
Najibi.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Uh, I never like singing. I guess just was my cup of tea.
Yeah, my cup of tea. Um, and so, David, do you know which idiom goes here?
Okay, Joshua.
Wait,
So,
so do you know the answer?
uh,
Do you think?
um, well, I think yes.
Okay. Can you make a sentence using that idiom?
Well, so I'm not. Well, I am going to try. So, okay. This movie. Okay. I know that you. Well, the example is I know that you saw the movie. Please don't spill the beans.
Okay. Don't spill the beans. That's good. That's a really good example. What we were looking for was something different. So that's perfect for spill the beans. And it's a really good sentence. Sorry, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, good. And so, but what about this idiom?
In a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell. Good. But really good job with spill the beans. That's a great sentence as well, David. Joao, what about the next one?
I heard John finally blank to his wife about how he got fired. Mm, finally spilled the beans.
Yeah, spilled the beans to his wife about how he got fired. Perfect. Okay, and Naivi, what about the next one?
Feeling in those idioms was a mm, piece of cake. Or cake.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Piece of
Filling
cake.
it. Good. Really nicely done. Okay, does anybody have any questions on this page?
No questions.
No.
Okay, very nicely done. That was very impressive from all of you guys. Yeah, this is a good way to finish up. Let's have Aldona. Actually, let's see if we have something a little bit faster. Nope. Okay.
Role play.
Yeah, let's try this. Aldona, can you read the first roll? Can you read that out loud, Aldona?
Different fruits so that the store employee can help you find them.
Good. Okay, and let's have David. Can you read the next roll?
Yeah, Joshua. You're helping a friend who speaks great English but doesn't know her fruits. Listen to their descriptions and tell them the names of fruits.
Okay, good. Can you guys play that roll?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Hello, Miss. How can I help you?
Hello? Yes, I am looking for uh, orange balls.
Well, I think you are looking for orange, right? It's
Yes, yeah.
like kind of acid, a little bit acid. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, are you looking anything? Are you looking for anything more?
Are you looking for what? Could
Yeah.
you repeat it?
Are you looking for anything more? Anything else? Sorry.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm looking for other ball, which is yellow inside and green outside. It's
Okay.
like, mhm.
Well, let is okay. So is yellow inside and green outside. Could be. Are you looking for a watermelon that is large?
Probably, I don't know how you call it, but it might be.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a melon. It's like a ball, like a sphere, and yeah, it's
a,
yellow inside.
a watermelon wouldn't be yellow inside. We have
No, a melon. I said a melon.
okay.
Yeah,
No,
well, melon is red. Right.
Okay, good. Yeah, perfect. That was really nicely done, guys. Okay. And so actually we've actually just about run out of time.
no.
Joao, quickly, can you describe a fruit? And Najibi, can you tell him what fruit he's describing?
Hmm, okay. I need big fruit and it's yellow. Mm, um, it's acid too,
Acidic.
acidic. Um, and this fruit have a crown. Crown. Do you know?
I have no idea what.
Uh, do you want a pineapple?
Ah,
Hmm, I think so.
nice. That was perfect. Okay, really good job, guys. And so again, we're just out of time. Really nice job in class. If you want, feel free to join my next class. But if not, I'll see you guys later and have a really good evening or day.
Thanks, Joshua. Good
Thank you
night.
for the class, Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Joshua.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Bye
Bye.
bye.